jumping onto what you were saying about the Bone Temple, I can't compare it to the one before because I haven't actually seen the one before it. I was never a massive fan of them, even though this is a kind of weird thing where Danny Boyle was from the place where near the place I used to live, and now I've moved up to the Lake District, and they filmed a lot of the new bits, particularly in the Bone Temple. So I won't ruin it, but there's a part near the end of the film where the camera moves up and you see this lake, and there's like a house, a couple of people are in this. I was like, oh shit, that's where I walk my dog.
Really?
Yeah, so it was a kind of a weird feeling. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to give it an extra half star just for that, because it's like my dog's favorite place to go. But I know I did actually really enjoy it. I thought Ralph Fiennes was great. It's weird. I wanted to make a video about it because it's so weird, because there's a whole layer that's kind of missed in America because of the whole Jimmy Savile, whatever he's called, Sir Jimmy Diamond or whatever he's called. I can't remember.
Well, see, that's, again, you didn't see the first one, right?
No, I kind of have a rough idea. I looked on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, how did you even understand what the hell was going on without seeing that original? But what gets me about the Jimmys, okay, and I'm glad you brought that up. My original complaint about the first one, okay, I keep saying the first one, it's actually the third one, but
yeah,
the tonal whiplash at the very end of that movie, and it's where you're introduced to these characters, the Jimmys. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm watching this movie, and suddenly the last scene turns into the Power Rangers, and I've got no context why they're dressed that way, why they're acting that way, and it's like, what the hell? So that was one of my major complaints. But when I saw the new one, it takes place right where that last one ends, more or less. Suddenly it all made sense, and it was like, even without the Jimmy Savile connection, it still made enough sense to where it was like, okay.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's actually quite clever, because the idea of this group of people who only have a limited memory because they were so young of pop culture and television from when they were children, that they make the Teletubbies and people like Jimmy Savile, like that's their high art. That's like their watermark of what was interesting or special, because they didn't really have anything else. They've not got anything else new to compare it to. So it kind of places that group of people when the first movie was made and the first thing was kind of happening. And I thought that was quite clever. And it probably is my favorite of the ones. Obviously, I've not seen the one before that. And I just thought it was really well made. I thought she did a great job, considering that, you know, a lot of these indie filmmakers, they get grabbed up by Marvel. They get told to make a movie that they seemingly have no affinity for. Then they get slated for doing that, and then they have to rebuild their careers. This was a good choice, making the 28 years later Bone Temple. So I thought it was the greatest film I've ever seen or anything, but I liked it a lot. It was like 3.5 stars, maybe more. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes and Jack O'Connell are both phenomenal in it. In my opinion, they're both great.
Well, funny you should say, because speaking of Jack O'Connell, because before we went live, Rob and Gareth and myself were talking about films that kind of had a really massive amount of hype, and then I think
I lost your sound.
He's just parked up. You okay? We're all good?
Hold on a second.
Oh, here's Jeff now. He's back.
Yeah, there he is. I lost the audio on the phone.
I can't hear you anymore.
I could only hear Jim.
Okay. You guys okay? Can you all hear me now?
Yep.
I was just saying about how we're good. How Rob and Gareth and myself were talking about films from maybe from last year, I suppose, that were kind of middle of the road films, but people are absolutely praising them to the hills at the moment, like Weapons and what's the other one?
Sinners.
Sinners. Yeah, Sinners. That were like films that personally I thought they were they had good bits in them,
Mhm.
but they weren't like films that I'll probably ever watch again. And I don't know whether that's a bit of a worrying sign for original films that like we're just like, oh, it's not a Marvel movie, therefore it's great. But what was your point about that, Rob? Because you were saying a bit about that before, weren't you?